Hello everyone, this is Pius and today we are going to do a lower body session, right? So now as you know, in last session also I have just explained how this workout session will go. So phase one will be entirely the same set of exercise like whatever we are going to do on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, the same exact exercises you have to do for the next 4 weeks. There is a reason behind why we are doing this because first we need to strengthen those small muscle groups which most of us ignore that lead to a lot of injuries at later stages, right? So these exercises are well planned. It might be boring sometimes, but then trust me, this is going to help you to overall increase your strength around your muscles, as well as we'll be doing some cardio exercises from time to time to make sure your fitness levels improve as well as you reach your fitness goal, that is losing weight or maybe building muscle. But also you have to remember that on our live days, like live training sessions, we do a lot of different exercises. So everything will be covered. Each and every body part will be covered. So let's get started with today's workout routine. Now, first, we'll be doing some, warm-up exercises, starting with butt kicks. Now, warm-up is just one set per exercise. And the first exercise is this. So you have to try touching your heels to your butts. So there are two variations. Either you can do like this in a jumping manner. Otherwise, if you have some knee pains and all, you can just simply do it by standing like this and then just touching your heels to your butts. Okay, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, start. 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. Okay, let's move on to the next exercise, that is alternating toe touch. This will help you to warm up your hamstrings. Okay, so now take a double shoulder width distance like this, double the shoulder width. Okay, distance, and then bend forward and try touching your toe like this. Simple. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. Okay. Moving on to hips rotation, right? So simple. Yeah. Shoulder width distance, stand straight. Hips rotation. Okay. Don't bend your knees. Keep your legs straight. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's move on to the next exercise, that is cat and cow pose. So go down into a dog position like this, and then flex your spine up and down like this. 1. So if you see, I'm not moving my shoulders, it's just my spine, my back that I'm trying to flex. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. Okay. Now, moving on to the next exercise, that is back extension. So in order to do back extension, you have to lie down on the floor like this. Now the next step is to keep your hands in front of your head. Okay. Keep both the legs close to each other. Once you are done with that, now raise your arms, legs, and your head together while squeezing your lower back. Okay. This way. Right? So this exercise is also called as Superman hold. There are two variations, pretty much the same, like keeping your hands like this, and you can do the exercise like this. Otherwise, as I told you, keep your hands in front of your chest, and you can also do Superman hold. Okay, extending your back. So let's get started with that. 3, 2, 1, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. Okay. So we are done with our warm-ups. Now let's get started with our first exercise, that is glute bridge. Okay. Okay. So we'll be starting with our first exercise, that is glute bridge. Okay. So now this particular exercise hit your hips. Okay. And in order to do that, you have to lie down on the floor like this. Okay. Keep your arms towards the side of your hips. Keep your legs slightly away from each other. And then once after you're done with that, you need to squeeze your butts like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So now let's start. Let's do it together. 5 counts each, 2 sets. Okay. So let's start with set number 1. Take your position, lie down. 3, 2, 1, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now make sure throughout the exercise, if you can feel the pressure on your hips, like if you can feel your hip muscles, then it is okay. No need to do anything extra. But let's say if you're not able to feel your hips while you are performing the exercise, then you can keep your, start adjusting your legs here and there. So like, let's say try bringing your legs close, keep it a bit far away. You can even try increasing the distance. So whichever position suits you and whichever helps you to feel your hips better, you can keep your position like that. Okay. So now let's move on to set number 2. Same exercise. 3, 2, 1, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. That's it. Now let's move on to our next exercise. That is lying hip abduction. So this particular exercise is for the muscle around your hip joint. Okay. So especially, while you're doing the exercise, feel it. So now the step number 1 is you have to lie down like this. Now, if you see my toe position, which is the very important part, you have to point your toes towards the camera. Relax your head, and then you need to move your legs like this. So you see my toe, again, it is pointing towards the camera, my knee is straight, and then I'm not lifting my leg all the way up. That is not required. Keep the pressure on this muscle and just raise your legs up slightly and then bring it down. And even while bringing it down, you don't relax your legs, okay? Keep your leg in a continuous tension. You should feel the pressure throughout. Okay, so now let's start with the exercise. 5 counts, 3, 2, 1, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, now let's switch to the other side. Sorry, my dog is disturbing me. So let's switch to the other side. Lie down, relax your head, and in a similar manner, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Okay. So let's do it for one more time on the other side because we don't need a lot of rest specifically for these type of exercises. So 10 to 15 seconds or 30 seconds is more than enough. And while we are, doing it on other leg, the muscle around this side is relaxed. So we can start immediately. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's switch. Once again. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Okay. So that's it. So we are done with exercise number 2. Moving on to the third exercise, and that is elbow plank. So I hope if you have been doing exercises before, you have come across this exercise, which is especially good for your core strength. Okay. Very simple, easy to understand exercise. So you just have to keep your elbows down like this and keep your chest forward. Because I've seen one mistake usually, people keep their hips up and move their chest back, which is wrong. See, throughout the exercise, your main intention is to feel your abs. So if you keep your position like this, like body parallel to the floor, and then chest forward, you can feel it more, right? So now let's do it for 15 seconds straight, okay? So again, the same way, first week you do it for 15 seconds, 2 sets, then 30, then you can try it for 45, and then maybe even 60 seconds, 1 minute, okay? So let's hold it for 30 seconds. Take your position. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Relax. Okay. So now let's take some rest, around 30 seconds or so, and then we'll do this exercise for one more time. Okay. Now, if you're doing it properly, then you should be feeling this exercise on your abs, not on your lower back. If it is coming on your lower back, check your posture, rewind the video, listen to my instructions once again, and then perform it. Because usually I have seen even after giving the instructions, sometimes you forget or miss out on a few things. So yeah, it will take some time to properly perform the exercise. If that is not happening, don't worry too much. Just listen to the instructions again and again, practice it more so that you get really, confident and it becomes easy for you to perform. Okay, now let's do another set, same exercise for 30 seconds. Come on, take your position. 3, 2, 1, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Relax. So again, as I've said, 15 seconds target. If you're able to perform more than that, planks are very safe exercise to perform. And it is, overall ab builder. I mean, it increases the strength around your abs, which always support your spine. Okay, so if your abs are strengthened, it will always support your lower back. So there are less risk of getting lower back injuries. Usually due to while lifting stuff and all those house sports, usually, people complain while lifting something, they have got a catch. That is not a catch. It's just because your muscles are weak in your lower back. That is why it is happening. Okay. So try stretching the muscle, strengthen it, and you won't have this issue. All right. Moving on to the next exercise, which is sumo squat hold. So what is a sumo squat? Have you ever seen a sumo? Initially during their fights, they take this wide stance position, right? So double the shoulder width of the distance, toes pointing out, and then they keep their body like this. This is their fighting stance, which they start with. Okay. Now this exercise is somewhat similar, and in the future there will be some advanced level exercises which uses this stance a lot. So perfect it. And the right way to do is take a double shoulder width distance and go down deep as much as you can. So you can always adjust your legs. As you can see, I'm trying to shift a bit. And then we are going to hold this position for 15 seconds. Okay. So let's start. Take your position. 3, 2, 1. Go down. Hold it. Keep the pressure on your heel. Feel your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, up. Relax. So if you have, not performed exercise since past 6 months, 1 year or more than that, you'll find it a bit difficult, because as you can see, exercise are very simple. I'm not asking you to do crazy amount of workout or exercises that requires a lot of stamina. These are easy to perform. And once you get used to this, then we can, actually shift to higher intensity exercises, right? So that is why I have kept the intensity very low during the phase 1. All right, so let's do this exercise for another time. Second set. Go ahead, take your position. Go down, hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Relax. Okay. So now moving on to our last exercise of this session, the strength training, right? So we are going to stretch a bit after this, but the last exercise is swimmers. Now, I get a lot of questions, and mostly from people, those who are having shoulder pains and back pains, if you are into sitting job and a lot of traveling through vehicle. So there are a few exercises that is going to help you strengthen your shoulders altogether. And one of that exercise is swimmers. Okay. So now let's do it. Again, 5 counts. So first you have to lie down on your stomach like this. Okay. Now keep your arms forward. And then step number 2 is to lift your chest and your arms. Chest, arms, and head. That's it. Don't lift your legs. Okay. Like this. So I have to adjust myself a bit. Yeah. So now you take your arms, touch your fingertips behind your back, like this. Move it forward. Okay. So let's start In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. Okay. So I hope it seems easy, but then again, like few of you must be, maybe some stiffness in your joint or maybe muscles. You won't be able to take your arms all the way back like me. Don't worry. So just, follow the movement and try to do your best. Because see, when it comes to exercise, improving your fitness, it's all about consistency. The more you do it, the more you'll be able to perform the exercises in a proper form and technique. So don't worry too much, right? So with that being said, let's do another set of the same exercise. Keep your arms forward. Now lift your head, chest, and your arms. Let's start. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Relax. That's it. So now let's take some 30 seconds rest, and then we are going to start with some stretching exercises. Okay. So first one, so let me show you before we go ahead. So cross leg stretch. This is for your hips. This will help you to stretch your hips. Now there are different kind of variations of this exercise, but the easiest one I feel is you take your legs towards the side this way and hold it. So if you do it right, you'll feel a stretch in this part and slightly on your lower back. Now, if you feel too much pressure on your back or your hips, which you cannot bear, so you can move your legs slightly down. Okay. Otherwise, you can keep it towards your side leg. Right? This is my right side. I'm using my left leg, and then just lie down and hold it. Ready? So let's begin. 3, 2, 1, start. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Let's move on to the other side. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's do it once again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Start. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Okay. I hope you were able to see me. If not, simple in a standing position, I can show you what I did. So I just moved my leg like this, and I kept it on the floor to stretch my hips. All right, now moving on to low pigeon pose. Again, this one is for, if you really want to stretch your hips to the max, this exercise is going to help you a lot. So the position, let me adjust my camera a bit and see. Yeah. So now you keep your legs this way. Now there are two ways of doing the exercise. See, of course, if you have never tried this exercise before, I would request you to keep your legs like this. So you see how I'm keeping this? Back leg like this, front leg like this. And make sure that you're not keeping your feet too close to the other leg. Keep it out like this. Then only you'll be able to feel your hips better, stretching while doing the stretch. So once you are done, once you are there in this position, bend forward, touch your chest to your knees and hold that position. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's move on to the other side. Simply change your leg position and then again bend forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, change. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now let's stretch our hamstrings. Okay. Hamstrings and a bit of the outer thighs. Okay. So now let's stretch our inner thighs. Okay. Now in order to do that, we call this exercise as half leg split. Because usually, what is a leg split? Wherein you just sit like this and then you do a full split as much as you can. But we are going to do half split wherein you have to first come into this position, dog position, right? Now move your leg towards the side like this, right? Simply keep your toes pointing towards the wall, and then front side, and then you move back. Move your hips back and keep your legs straight. Don't let your knee bend. Hold it like that. Okay, this way you'll feel a strong stretch in your inner thighs. Now let me show you from this angle so that we can start the exercise. Okay, take your position. Move your legs towards the side. You can see my toes, how I'm keeping that, because this is very important, right? Once you're done with this, come on, let's start. Move back, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move forward. Every time you start this exercise, you have to start with this position. Move forward, go into a dog position, and then you move back. Okay, start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's move on to the other side. Do it once again. Move back, hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Move forward. Other side, hold. Move back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So that's it. That's it. We are done with today's session. Now, I'll come up with another session on Friday, and that will be, a mix of upper and lower body, a little bit of abs and everything, so that we can strengthen our body even further. And yeah, if you have any question, you can comment, you can send me a message, screenshot any of the exercise which you don't understand, and let me help you with that. Okay, I'm available from morning 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. to answer all your questions.